Don Hastings, and I'm particularly interested in this subject of the adolescent self-image. Not because I've played the role of a doctor these many years, but because I'm a father. These are average American kids. They have friends, food, good times. They also have ball games and play practice, the latest haircuts, albums, and jokes. They cry as well as laugh. Some will grow up to be failures. Others will be very successful. Some sad, others happy. Some of these kids are probably alcoholics. Some probably drug addicts. A few pushers. Statistics show that in New York State alone, over 64,000 teenage girls became pregnant last year. VD has become a common disease. Suicide is not uncommon. For some, the biggest problem is acne. For others, an alcoholic parent, braces, stooping shoulders, undeveloped breasts, tests, sarcastic teachers, boredom, inspiring teachers, and joy. These are average teenagers. Their problems are as serious as an unwanted baby, as painful as puppy love. But for now, all of them are going through that very difficult time called growing up, becoming adults, finding out who they are. There's no panacea, no way to stop all the sometimes horrible, sometimes glorious pain of growing up. But there are definite conscious actions that you can take to help children to fulfill the promise of human life, to become all they can. Now, this program is about how you can help adolescents, whether the problem is acne or alcohol. There are specific things you can do. Let's spend a day at the Maslow-Toffler School in Brentwood, New York. Maslow-Toffler offers an alternative mode of learning during the senior year of high school. The students you will see in this program probably confront most of the problems we described as facing American youth. They do have one advantage, and that advantage, the strategies they practice, is the subject of this program. Our approach is to help kids develop a positive self-image. The basic assumption behind it is that a person usually acts in a way concurrent with how he and others see him. Discussing theory doesn't work too well here. We want to show you action. And I think you'll get the idea of the theory when you see the strategies, the action. Well, here we go. Some ways to develop a positive self-image in adolescence. Hello, Ken. Hello, everybody.
Hi. Hi. Welcome, Don.
Thank you. I see you have a discussion going on, and what we'd like to take a look at is your classroom and how your classroom's set up and how the setup affects the discussion. I see you don't use the traditional row of desks.
No. I'll tell you why. We want to try to take the focus off of me as teacher and onto each individual person, be he student or teacher or yourself. Where I used to teach, the desks were arranged in such a way that the students actually looked at the backs of other students, which kind of made a statement about who should be listening to whom.
Yeah, I've experienced both, being in a classroom with traditional rows and seating arrangement and being in a circle, and I much prefer the circle because it's awfully difficult to have interaction among the participants of the discussion when you're looking at someone's back.
You see, like sitting on the floor, you more relaxed and you communicate with each other. You're more equal to each other. You feel like you're a group instead of just a member of the class, like a community.
Education requires communication, and this is how we do it.
And you can feel it.
Yeah, you can
Thanks a lot, Ken.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Such an arrangement can really help the self-image of a student, making him realize that he is important and has something to contribute. And even behavior can be changed by this experience. Now, our next classroom shows a robot simulation session in progress. John Sharon is programming students as if they were robots.
Flow into being a robot. Be a robot. You see nothing. Your face is a flat, expressionless mask. You have no will of your own, no conflicts, no responsibilities.
John Sharon is a co-founder with Milt Seiler of this school, the Maslow-Toffler School, an alternative education school for high school seniors in Brentwood, New York. John, what does this exercise accomplish?
I think we create our environment, and then our environment begins to create us. And I mean, it begins to mold us into the very things that we have put there, like machines, like robots. And many times we lose touch with the very essence of what makes us human. This exercise is intended to help people refocus on those very special qualities that make them the human beings that they are.
Thanks very much, John. It was very well described. We will now visit a room where Dr. Gerald Edwards, director of the National Training Institute of Adelphi University, is conducting a fishbowl. The fishbowl is an exercise that brings things out in the open. In a fishbowl, you find out what others think as well as what you think. You become aware of yourself.
I start working on a painting or on constructing chords on the guitar, and I think I really do good, and I really get into it. And then I turn around and I see someone that did it just as well and twice as fast, and I think, well, I'm never going to get that far. And I really get down about it.
Things make me not like this year when I went out for sports, and I thought I did better than some of the guys who went out for it. Like, and I'd make the team, really made me feel bad, and like I really felt really down about it.
Well, I don't know about, you know, the feelings inside. Most people have a lot of them, but they're just afraid to voice them. You know, and the way I look at it, you have to, or else you hold it all inside and it's just gonna burst. That's not good.
And I guess I'm afraid because when I burst, I usually get in a lot of trouble around that.
Hello, Jerry.
Hello, Don.
That was really a privilege for me to be allowed to observe that, and I have a couple of quick questions for you. One, the rules. Could you define more of the rules to the fishbowl? And also, how does this exercise help to develop self-image?
Well, actually, we use two types of fishbowls and with one little innovation. The first fishbowl was a closed fishbowl, which meant that the action focused on the, quote, fish, which was the center of the group. And nobody else was allowed to enter that domain. The second type of fishbowl was the open fishbowl, where we opened it up for some input from the outside group, the observers. The innovation that we used was the what I call the roving mouth, which I played, right, which meant it really was an alter ego which roamed around the group. And if I felt someone was thinking or feeling something that he was not saying, I would then say it or clarify that position.
And get by that point almost.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So it allows, it gives the kids a chance to really